We're going to talk about the baby whose life we saved and showed the truth. This is just one of many that we've actually had the opportunity to find out that we actually saved their life. So this is a picture of a little girl whose life was saved by Show the Truth. Now we're going to talk to Rosemary, who knows the story, and Esther, who's just dropped by, is going to hear it too. So, and maybe she has some questions. So we're going to talk to Rosemary. Do you want to tell us the story, Rosemary? What happened?
We were in a small city one day and had our pictures out to show people the truth. And fairly quiet day. And 2 years later, we heard the results of us being there. An older man came to speak to us at a dinner one night, and he told us the story of how his granddaughter and her husband had found out that their child could possibly be intellectually handicapped. And they'd gone to her grandfather to tell him that they were going to abort the child the following week because they couldn't deal with an intellectually handicapped child. And Grandpa pleaded with them, begged with them, gave them information, offered them help, and they said, "No, sorry, Grandpa, we are having an abortion next week." And as they headed from his house back to their own home, they drove by our series of pictures, and 3 hours later, they called Grandpa and said, "We've changed our mind, we're not aborting our child." And so the grandfather, great-grandfather of the baby, was 2 years finding us. And he told us the whole story and said that you're Christian, God has a plan, and that there are there's steps in God's plan, and that we were the last step to save his little Abigail faith.
So the grandfather wasn't actually driving his granddaughter to the abortion.
No.
That's a different story, isn't it?
She and her husband were going to visit him.
Oh, I see.
Maybe had some doubts, and they were telling Grandpa that they were going to have an abortion.
Oh, wow. Right. So, Esther, sometimes people, even pro-life people, don't agree with this strategy of showing graphic images of abortion victims. But, you know, it does work. And sometimes, you know, I don't think I've ever changed somebody's mind directly by just talking to them. Maybe it planted seeds of doubt, and maybe they would go check it out, but they don't usually just change their mind.
No.
Not by just talking. But this was a case where they were on the way to get an abortion. They just drove by our signs, didn't talk to anybody.
6 days later, they had an abortion booked.
Oh, it wasn't that actual day.
No, it was in the week before it.
Oh, so they had time to think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
But they changed their mind in a matter of 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Pictures definitely help. Because you can't put a face to someone. It's easy to believe the lie that they're just a clump of cells. And we are just clumps of cells. You can't make up any object, any person, any animal without cells. And seeing it, like those images over there, like that's a developing human baby. And then it doesn't matter whatever stage of development they are, that's infanticide, that's discriminatory, like it's terrible. But images definitely do help.
Absolutely. Even advertisers know the power of the visual.
Yeah.
They wouldn't spend millions on billboard campaigns and that kind of thing. They know the power of visuals.
Yeah.
But people see this, and they see a little body ripped to pieces, and you see the little hands.
You can see that they look like us, just smaller, the size of my palm.
Absolutely. And these little babies have been butchered. You know, they're pulled out of their mother's womb in pieces. They're possibly poisoned to death.
Yeah, they're starved to death. They're sucked out of the womb at the early, and when it's like before 6 weeks. I'm not sure what the weeks are, but
pretty horrific, really.
Yeah. They're vacuumed. Then at a certain point, their bones are too strong, so they have to tear them apart. And if they leave pieces in, then women are prone to infection. And there's so many. Women can die. Women can. They drink more, 600 times more likely to commit suicide, 3 times more likely to like have breast cancer and other medical illnesses. There's so many things like that.
It's not good for the mother.
It's not healthcare. If it's healthcare, then it wouldn't be affecting the woman, causing more illness. You know, and pregnancy is not an illness. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. Yeah. It's the greatest thing that can happen to a healthy female body.
Yeah. Yes. Women can do it all. Women in third world countries take care of their children. I was born in a refugee camp in Kenya, and my parents did not have much. But if they had that option of abortion in Africa and they had aborted me, I wouldn't be here today. But now, like my dad's a nurse. I'm gonna graduate high school in 2 years. You never know what can change, and you never know the circumstances that will happen in the future. You're just thinking about now. And I really do pray and console and I'm sad for these women that are lied to by the government, by the society.
Yeah.
Your parents would say you're the best thing that ever happened to them.